Hey, what's up, Lieutenant Gibo, Largo Fire Department boys, and everyone joining us for this two-day vehicle extrication training session being put on by North American Vehicle Rescue Association, NAVRA. So, as promised, you guys asked for a little outline of what it takes to start a team, and I've made one out, so excuse that I'll be reading, but I've got a little outline that I think might help you guys with regards to the Q&A, team orientation Q&A we're going to be doing on day one in the morning. So you're starting an extrication team. First thing you need is a spark, someone who wants to improve, make improvements to the fire rescue department with regards to rescue training and equipment. So it's either you see there's a need for training with what we're doing in the street or the tools we're using. It takes a spark, someone to recognize. You guys are the spark so far. Great job. Number two, you need to present your plan to your administration. You want to have a 7-member team that will be sent to a 40-hour vehicle VMR ops type class, vehicle extrication class, a 40-hour class, which will give you a good foundation for what you guys are going to be doing in preparation for these events. The team will then assist. You should offer to your department, because remember, what we're trying to get in is a buy-in from our administration. And I don't think saying we just want to go and compete or we want to travel around the country, around the world doing this is going to get it. You need to provide some type of a payback for the department and for the administration that's putting you through this training. So what we found that worked really well for us was the team will then assist training division in dissemination of information through the battalion personnel. So when you go to this 40-hour vehicle extrication class or to a NAVRA, for example, or Turk type training session, you bring that back to your department so that the people on shift in the battalions can actually get it and apply it in the street. So the team will then assist training division dissemination of information through battalion personnel. The team will assist in reviewing and revising current departmental extrication protocol. These are suggestions how to get a buy-in from your administration, because the one constant that we've noticed over the years from the teams that do well with these competitions and that do well with their vehicle extrication protocols and policies on the department is a 100% commitment from the team members and 100% support and encouragement from the administration. That is very important to us, along with, of course, the vendors that provide us the tools and the junkyards that provide us the vehicles to train on. So you will help out the department by assisting in development and revising and reviewing your current extrication protocols. In return, providing training throughout the department, administration will then be asked to approve a team to train and prepare for an upcoming extrication challenge. Again, it could be an invitational, regional, national, international, or world competition. Team will commit to changing roles and or personnel within the team every 2 to 3 years or as departmental numbers allow. Again, NAVRA and our organizations, other organizations like Turk and WR can't really have any input into the teams and who they present at these events. But the idea of the whole challenge concept is to share knowledge. So the more team members you rotate on and off your team, the more that knowledge and those skills get spread out throughout the whole entire department. That was the way of thinking. I think NAVRA is on the right track by promoting that. Number 3, the plan. To form a 7-member team, 1 incident commander, 1 medic, and 4 technicians, 1 alternate. Considerations when selecting a team is, of course, rank, departmental experience, certifications obtained such as VMR Ops, VMR Tech, etc., shift assignments, and intangibles are the ability to work well with others and to be able to commit 100% to the training and to the plan you guys are committed to. Suggestions: incident commander should be the team captain. The medic is usually your best BLS trained EMT or paramedic. Your technicians, you should have 4 strong technicians. 1 should have solid BLS skills along with the medic to assist the medic during the scenario as needed on primary and secondary assessments for the patient. 1 alternate versed in technical and medical disciplines to rotate in for practice and to rehab the other team members. So if you're doing 5-6 scenarios a day and you have an alternate, that's just an extra person there as safety should someone get hurt, or to rehab people on the team as they need to take a scenario off. That alternate could take notes on the scenarios, take pictures of the scenarios, and provide feedback for the team. Suggestion would be to have a team coordinator to assist with logistics such as scheduling, junkyard liaison, equipment, tools, maintenance, and procurement, documentation of training through pictures and videos, etc. The incident commander, which is usually your captain or lieutenant officer in charge of the team, has a lot on their plate. So to have someone that maybe your next most senior or the next officer most senior to the team captain can help out with these logistical issues and provide a lot better atmosphere for training and better preparation for the team. Getting started, number 4, getting started once the team has been selected. It's time to start training. Team captains should have training schedule prepared prior to selection of team so all team members understand the level of commitment needed. Prior to the beginning of training, team captains should schedule team members to inventory all equipment and tools, etc., to be used during the training period. Arrangements should be made for transporting via truck, training van, trailer, whatever you guys have on your department, all equipment and tools daily to and from training site, the junkyard or fire department training grounds, whichever one you're using. Vendors should be called for needed equipment during training, and to confirm department vendors will have tools available at challenge competition. Make a list of all the needed tools: air chisels, recip saws, hydraulics. Take the biggest, those are the ones that take the biggest beating. Make sure you have a backup to the backup for all of these tools, especially. Once tools are acquired and accounted for, it's time to start physical training. If it's a first challenge for a team, a first time you've competed, it'd be a good idea to start on a Monday through Friday schedule for at least 4 weeks. So scheduling between 8 and say 3, so you clean up the junkyard, clean up your tools, and you're out of there latest by 3:30. Here's a breakdown of some of the suggested training assignments or training schedules for a new competing team. So your day 1, since stabilization affects the scenario from beginning to end and can come loose while adding weight, such as rescuers with tools in the car, on the car, or subtracting weight, doors, roofs, etc., that you remove from the vehicle, it's imperative that the sound stabilization is achieved and maintained during vehicle extrication scenario. Therefore, for a new team or team with new members for the first time, the first 3 days should be only stabilization training: cribbing, struts, cargo straps, and airbags. The entire team, including medic and alternate, should rotate through each stabilization station. Practicing the IC arrival, scene size up, outer circle and inner circle survey, resource management such as charged hose line, power lines down, additional rescues, check on rescue availability of air rescue status, tow trucks, etc. Is the time for the IC to start forming and getting that sequencing done. So while you're doing the stabilization, you as an IC and you as a medic are still working on your skills right up to, say, glass management. This is just to begin with, the first 3 days of work. Basic cribbing, advanced stabilization such as struts and straps, each time, setting those up each time will help the team with sequencing up to glass management, as we just mentioned. So on day 4, you have hand tool evolutions using recip saws, air chisels, and come along only. Rotate all team members, including medic and alternate, into each station. Practice skinning metal, trench cuts on roof, quarter, half, and full roof removals. Roof flaps, rear to front, front to rear, passenger to side, and driver side to passenger side. Work on seat back hinges, trunk tunneling, and nadir pin cuts. The come-along training should include steering column and door and roof relocations should you have a failure of hydraulics. Day 5, hydraulics. This is just a suggested schedule, guys. Day 5 of hydraulics, evolutions such as side outs, maxi doors, rear and front door along with the B-post removal, dash push, dash lift, ramming evolutions, B-post, roof, etc. These should all be practiced during hydraulic days. Now weeks 2 through 4 scenarios using light metal cards for limited scenario and heavy metal cards for complex scenario. Attempts should be made to do even number of scenarios between limited tool scenario and complex scenarios unless cards prohibit it or more attention is needed in one of the 2 scenario areas. See, if you're a little deficient on your hand tool, on your limited scenario, you might want to set up a few more lightweight cards and run scenarios off that using only limited tools till you feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Note, before starting scenario training, team members should already be assigned their positions, incident command, technical, medic, and second medic, and should memorize score sheets and criteria only in the highest score category that is the standard we're training to. No need to focus on any of the lower categories. That's for assessors to justify scoring based on the criteria. So read that very best category to the right, and that's what the team should memorize and train to. Basic formula that seems to exist among successful teams in these challenges over the last 30 years. 1, keep first team together 2 to 3 years max. Then each year add new members while former members become mentors. So you don't take off the whole team. Maybe you take 2 or 3 guys, step out, they become mentors, 2 or 3 new guys, or 1 or 2 guys, depending on the size of your department. Again, that's not dictated by NAVRA or any of these other organizations such as Turk and WRO. It's a suggestion that the more people that spend time with this team are better trained up for the real world accidents that we see out there. Lastly, members can also switch position over the years, medic to IC or technical to IC or medical, as well as rejoin the team after time off. The next step after starting a team is mentoring future teams while simultaneously getting involved in the assessing process. Once an assessor is promoted from shadow assessing, they can judge and share their knowledge with other fire departments at national, regional, and international events. This is just a suggested model, guys. Looking forward to seeing how new teams to NAVRA challenges do it, what their planning is like, what their presentation is like. Hope this helped you a little bit. Sorry we ran long, we're at 12 minutes, but don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Extrication Nation. I post a lot of pictures and articles on there. Most of the videos that I'm posting will be here on YouTube under Extrication Nation as well. Please follow and subscribe. Stay safe. See you guys next week.